Hi everyone, Jim Shibley with Warrior Restoration Ranch back with you here today for another video in our three-part video series. And today we're going to talk a little bit more about understanding exactly what the program is, what our participants can expect when they come into the program at the ranch that we have, and exactly how all of it works and put all this together. But before I do that, I want to premise this with one thing. And this is all about spiritual healing. It is the one thing that we know have is proven to work. I've been through it. I've known dozens of vets that went through the exact same program that I went through. And the spiritual healing is the only thing that works. Again, it's not about psychotherapists. It's not about drugs. It's not about small band-aid fixes to provide temporary relief. This is about providing a long-term root cause solution to all the problems that you've ever had. And we're going to cover that specifically in this program at the ranch. And we're going to do it based on one premise. And that premise basically is this: we are at war. Whether you want to realize it or not, we are engaged in massive spiritual warfare. All around us, it is raging. It is a war that has been raging for well over 2,000 years. And people just don't understand it because we don't see it. We see the physical, we don't see the spiritual. But what we do here is we're going to explain exactly how this warfare works. It's all based on biblical principles. I do want to reiterate that we are not denominational. It does not matter what your belief system is, it does not matter what your faith is. This is based on principles that we know work. We've been through it, we are living proof of it, and that's exactly what we bring people through. I remember when I went through my program, I had been suffering from depression for quite some time. I was pretty much at the point of, ending it all when I had left. And the one thing that was pointed out to me is all I want you to do is when we ask people to come into this program is the exact same that I was asked to do. And that's just to open up your heart a little bit, just this much. Because if you'll do that, you will experience the biggest transformation you could ever have fathomed possible. You will be enlightened to a point where you could not have even imagined why all of these things have happened, and they've happened actually for a reason, believe it or not. That's what we're going to talk about right here and right now. But the premise is that we're at war. We're going to explain to you who the real enemy is out there that no one ever talks about, ever. No one talks about this enemy. And it is literally the root cause of every single problem that you face each and every day. And this applies to every single person out there, not just veterans. You're going to learn, recognize, and understand the ongoing unseen warfare that is this root cause of every single problem that we face. You're going to understand exactly how it works and how it's going on around you, even though you can't physically see it. We're going to arm yourself to fight this battle, and we're going to do it using God's solutions. You see, God has given us everything that we possibly need in order to fight and win this battle. In fact, it's already win. It's already won. And who has done it through? It's through Jesus Christ. We're going to talk to you specifically about who Jesus really is. And he is not this portrayed 60s hippie person, love, peace person that the church wants to taunt all the time and has been doing so forever. Jesus Christ, it's important to understand the whole Bible is about good versus evil. It is about combat. It is constant warfare. You look at any book in the Bible and you will see that there is warfare going on. There are battles that are happening. There are battles that are being waged in every single place within the Bible. This is the premise that we're using in order to train our veterans because it's something that they understand. They know warfare, they know combat, they know what it's like to be a part of a team, they know what it's like to go through the trials, the tribulations, and experiences. What they haven't been taught is how to deal with the aftermath. And that's what we're going to get at because all those solutions, they're all there. So we're going to basically show you how Jesus Christ is returning, how he's always been a our ultimate commander in chief. He is all powerful. And once people realize that, you'll see him in a totally different light and you'll understand just how powerful he really is. We're going to show you how to overcome any future battles or struggles having God on your side now. Because once you have him on your side and you understand it and you feel him inside of your heart, you will be unstoppable. You will never have to worry about battles or struggles, and everything that you've been experienced will be gone. It will fade away. We're going to teach you God's weapons of warfare. Specifically, it's in the book of Ephesians, but we're going to go through each one of those weapons and we're going to teach you exactly how to employ each and every single one of them. You're finally going to learn the truth as to why everything in your life has happened to you the way that it has, why, most importantly, why it's happened to you, and how it's actually equipped you to become victorious in this battle that we call life. So you're going to understand also that the victory's already been won. You may not feel like it may not feel like it, but you are just experiencing battles. But the ultimate victory, the war has been won. You just don't know it and you just haven't realized it yet. But we're going to prove that to you here during this program at the ranch. How you've been deceived, how you've been lied to, and how you can now discover and claim the truth. This is so, so important because, especially in our world today, it's getting worse, folks. It is getting worse and worse and worse. And once you understand the spiritual warfare perspective, you'll understand exactly why it's happening. You'll know what is going on, why it's going on, and how to combat it and protect yourself from it. So critically important. You're going to discover God's given purpose in your life. We're going to actually take time with each and every individual there. And not only are we going to bring you out of the pit where you're sitting right now, but we're going to repurpose you, get you back on track, figure out exactly what it is that God's purpose is for your life. And we're going to get you right on that track and have you head head first, dive head first right into that. We're going to eliminate all the pain that you've been experiencing. We're going to restore the hope and bring back the faith that you may have had or that you may have or that you had that you may have lost. We're going to restore your brotherhood in the sense of military family. We're going to create an army of Christ's soldiers, Christ's warriors that are so tight it will be tighter than any military unit that you've ever been a part of. That is our ultimate goal, is to make sure that you understand, because this is for life. This isn't just for a short-term period of service. This is for life. And we want to equip you completely for that. And once you understand it and once you feel it and you experience it, you will have never known anything like it. Nothing nearly that powerful. Again, why what you've been through is to your ultimate benefit, even though it doesn't seem like it. You'll understand it once we start working through the program. There's a bunch of exercises that we do to make the understanding clear. Once you get through all that, you will understand completely that everything that you've been through, even though it's been so absolutely miserable, is been to your benefit, and it's all brought you to this point of you leaping through, breaking through, and becoming victorious. Finally understand why God has allowed you to go through all these trials. There's a reason. We're going to make sure that you understand exactly what those reasons are, and you'll discover them for yourself. That's the power of everything, is we're basically are there to facilitate this journey, but God is going to reveal this to your mind and to your spirit, to your soul, and you will feel it so deep inside of yourself that you'll know without any question that you are going to be coming out the other side. No doubt about it. I've been there. I know it. I know it may sound somewhat crazy to begin with, but believe me, once you experience it, you go through it, you will feel it and you'll discover it. And there's nothing more powerful that you'll ever experience in your entire life. Again, all of this up to this period of time is done nothing more than a training exercise. That's what I want to really make clear, and that you understand is that everything that you've been through, no matter what you're going through right now, it's all part of a training exercise. Remember, when you were a veteran, you went through basic training. You didn't know what to expect, and you went through literal hell. At the time when you were going through it, you felt like you were going through hell. And that's what life has been like. Life is it's a period, it's a series of battles, one after the other. And sometimes those battles can seem like they're overwhelming, but you will win that war. And it's all just been training. Now we're going to get into really preparing yourself for actual combat and how to prepare for it to come out successfully. So we'll expose who that enemy really is, who they've really been that you haven't seen, that you can't see, but he's been there the entire single time. And now we're going to train you and specifically train you with these godly weapons to easily defeat him in any battle, in any situation. You'll be totally prepared no matter what happens, and you'll be able to win just like that, instantly. Uh, we're going to help make sure that you understand what you really are fighting for, what really matters. And when you make this shift mentally, when you truly understand of what you are really fighting for and what really matters in your life, when you make that shift, when God reveals that to you, it will literally change everything in your life. Everything. And I mean everything. Now, is it going to happen instantly overnight? No. But that's why we have segments of our program where we do the recreational things to create that bond, to build that army, again, as a part of that part of the training, the new training. And then we have the follow-up. We follow up with each other and we follow through to make sure that you don't get off track. This is what every other veterans program that I've ever experienced and every veteran that I've ever talked to has gone through. This is the part that's lacking. It's the follow up and the follow through. And that's the commitment that we're making to you when you get through this program, is because we want to make sure that you stay connected, you stay bonded, you stay strong, no matter what, because there are going to be challenges. I guarantee it. There's going to be some setbacks. I guarantee it. But you know that you'll have the power. You may temporarily forget, but staying connected with your other brothers that have been through this program will make sure that you get through it and that you get through it strong. So, this is important. These are the keys to your recovery through shared experiences. And it's important that we get all this garbage off that's been sitting on you. It's not just necessarily just even the military combat. You need to get rid of all this garbage that's been hanging over your life for your own, probably for your entire life. We need to get that out there. You're going to do it with people who understand exactly who you are and where you're coming from. This isn't some psychotherapist that's never been through combat. These are other fellow combat vets that have been through it. They've been healed, and they're the ones that are going to guide you and take you through your healing as well. That's critical for you to understand, and it's vitally important because this way you can get everything off. You don't have to worry about, you know that we understand what it is that you've been through. Then we get to the outdoor recreational stuff. We do this in order to enjoy God's creation with each other. We all love the peace of the outdoors. Let's admit it. We all love that, but now we're going to do it together. We're going to build those bonds. We're going to build that team, and we're going to make that team so strong that it'll be impossible for the enemy to ever come in there and try to put even a scratch or a dent in there. You'll and overcome any issue that you may be currently experiencing. That I can assure you. You're going to find complete peace. Imagine that for a minute. Complete peace, knowing that you now have everything that you need in order to maintain that peace, to keep that peace. You're following on what your purpose on life is going to be, what God had designed it to be, and that's what you're going to put your whole heart and soul into. We'll develop stronger bonds with other fellow veterans that are just like you, have been where you've been, and they're going to help bring you through it, and then they're going to stay with you forever. Experience that sense of belonging that you had in the military, only way more powerful because now God is in the middle of it. And now you have Jesus Christ as your commander in chief, the ultimate commander in chief, the guy who's always going to be there. You can always trust. He'll never leave you. He's always there. All we have to do is call on him, and he's there just like that. Name one other person in the world that you can honestly say that can do that for you. I don't know of any, but he's always there, and he always will be there. And we're going to make sure that you understand that. So it doesn't end with the ranch visit. Like I said, we have a follow-up and a follow-through program because now you're going to be tied into a whole new army of fellow veterans who are also Christian warriors, just like you're going to become. You're going to go out, you're going to support, assist, and equip other veterans to experience the healing you receive and continue to build God's army. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to help others. We're going to continue building it. We're going to continue helping our fellow veteran brothers. And we're going to move this on out. We're going to move it out to, I know that there's first responders out there. I know that there's professional athletes that go through the exact same things. And if you're one of those listening to this message, believe me, we will have the exact same program for you, but we want you to do it with other fellow first responders and other fellow professional, say football players or whatever it may be, because we want to make sure that the people that are with you that are guiding you through it, they understand and they've been through exactly what you're going through. That's critically important. Then we will have, you can return for alumni events. We're going to have alumni events where we'll have people from all the different classes come back. We'll go back through, we'll just do a rehash of everything. We'll spend time together and we'll just keep on building and nurturing those bonds. Um, Anytime that you want to come back to participate in either a ranch project or helping other vets, working at the ranch, just providing, good fellowship or have fun participating in some of the ranch events, you are welcome back there anytime as an alumni. It does not matter when, it does not matter where. You're welcome back there anytime you want. So, to cap it up, if you have a heart for veterans, or if you are a veteran that's experienced these problems, and you support and you understand now exactly what it is that this program is all about and what we're doing for our veterans and that it resonates with you, and you can see how this is so much different than any other veteran program out there and how beneficial it is because it literally solves the problems, period. It's so critical. It is the foundation for everything. So if you support that, whatever capacity, it doesn't matter what it is, we want you to reach out. We want you to become a wingman with us today. Visit us over at the website. Again, it's at warriorrestorationranch.org. Again, warriorrestorationranch.org. Please feel free to donate. Please feel free to volunteer. If you're suffering, please make sure that you sign up. If you're going through the problems, make sure that you sign up. Even if we're still in the process of getting the ranch put together, but even if we don't have the ranch available quite yet, we still have the program available and we'll still work with you and get you over the hump wherever it is that you're at. We'll get you stabilized. We'll get you at least to a place where you're good until we can get you into the full-blown program. Because once you're there, that's it. Your life again, it'll never be the same. You will literally be transformed and so strong and so powerful. And you'll literally look back and you will thank God for all the things that you've been through that brought you to that point because now you can truly live the life you were meant to live. Thanks again and look forward to seeing you soon.